Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. I hope everyone is doing okay. This video is just about the time one runs out of money. There's no food in the house either. Stockpile now, why? Well, I was talking to this guy today at the gym. And I said, well, to tell you the truth, I'm preparing for WAR because it seems like these countries don't want to stop. So isn't it a lot better to be prepared, and then if nothing ever happens, wonderful. Okay, so you want to stockpile little by little. If you have food in the house, you want to eat it down and buy some more before something critical happens. So I'm going to be eating the food down for the rest of the year, and I will show you what I have discovered. So I'm going to tell you guys what I have noticed starts going. You start using up fast. When you start eating your stockpile, the food goes down fast. Okay, when you're stockpiling food, you need some nuts and some fish. So you will notice they always give you peanut butter and salmon at the food bank. So, so you need some nuts and some fish. Okay, so you need some cereal and some milk. So you want to make sure you stockpile up cereal. So the cereals that are good are oatmeal, and then you can put nuts in your food to make more protein. Oatmeal, cornflakes, raisin bran, shredded wheat, and this is flax cereal. When I find this stuff, I grab it when it's on sale. I bought this really cheap, and it doesn't expire until January 2024. Oh, well, it's okay. And then, you know, today I made some oatmeal for breakfast. It was 1/4 cup oatmeal, 1/4 cup, so half a quarter cup of nuts and fruit. And I used cashews and I used blueberries, powdered milk. So these Walmart, did I leave it out? These packages of milk are 3 3 3/4 cups. How many servings does this say? Oh, 1/3 cup. I always use a quarter. So it does 4 servings, but I used a 1/4 cup in the oatmeal. So at a 1/4 cup, it would be about 7 servings. So 1/4 cup oatmeal, 1/4 cup nuts and fruit, 1/4 cup powdered milk, and 1.5 cups water. So you need oatmeal and you need milk. If you don't have fruit and nuts, well, you have to get some. And then I had nut milk. So I had some chocolate milk. I bought 3 of these for $1. Today I got a half price apple pie, and I got 1 cheeseburger at McDonald's. Okay, so so number 1 thing is cereal and milk. And if you have granola, if you have oatmeal and honey, you can make granola. So I want to show you something. Okay, I don't eat that much oatmeal, but this one's almost gone. So I want to go through my oatmeal, and this much is 2 pounds, 10 ounces. This is enough for 30 days. But they suggest a half cup, and I make big bowls of oatmeal with 1/4 cup. So number 1 thing is cereal. Number 2 thing that I'm going to say is peas and rice, because you will notice when you notice these vegetarian foods, a lot of times the contents are peas and rice. Okay, I made this in the microwave. It doesn't look that yummy, but it's actually pretty good. And what I did is I made it in my microwave. I'll put a little pepper and salt. I made it in my microwave. I could have baked it, or I could have made it on top of the stove. And so what I did is I just used my rice pudding recipe. So this is half a batch. I will try to show you. I'll get a big bite. Here's a big bite. Okay, so what we're doing is we're saying, okay, meat is short, so what are we gonna do, starve? I don't think so. Four cups milk, that is a half batch. 1/3 cup sugar, I didn't use that. 1 beaten egg, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/3 cup rice, and 1/2 cup vanilla. Instead of vanilla and sugar, I'd added 1/3 cup nuts, I had cashews, and 1/3 cup vegetables, I had canned peas. So the cashews, I'm going to be trying to fortify my food out of the stockpile. So number 2 thing is peas and rice. All right, let me show you real quick what I made for dinner. Okay, so you saw my rice. And, I read one of those countries like Norway or Finland told their population to stockpile food. And so they stockpiled salmon for salmon balls. And I thought, well, salmon balls, salmon patties, that's kind of splitting hairs. So, and then I'll put some of my rice. So I'm not going to be starving with this concoction. And then I started stockpiling sour cream, and this is Mexican sour cream. This is good. You can use it in place of eggs. So I will put some good dairy on my potatoes. Quite a bit. And then for my my salmon balls, I have some tartar sauce from Walmart. Kids like this kind of stuff with ketchup. So here is a tasty little meal. Let me give you the rice pudding recipe. I mentioned to you the people were dashing in and out of the store with cartfuls of food without paying. This ain't nothing yet. Let's have one of these. I made these salmon balls before. So, here is some homemade cottage cheese I made. It's so much better homemade. So you have milk, you're going to have cottage cheese. I'm going to give you the, this is the don't buy cheese, make cream cheese at home in 5 minutes. I have a lot in my freezer that I made. 2 liters milk, 4.25 cups, 1 teaspoon salt, heat to boiling. Add 2 tablespoons vinegar, stirring constantly. They don't turn off the heat. Curdles and separates. At that point, you have cottage cheese. So you separate the curds from the whey and then use your whey. This ain't too bad. Some of my eggs curdled a little bit, but that is fine. You would think nut milk would be cheaper than cow's milk. Not necessarily. I saved my tea and I froze it. Okay, so then you take your curds and you add 100 grams melted butter. I made half a batch, so about 1/4 cup. 2 spoons sour cream. It's going to make a lot and blend and refrigerate. Then you can also make your own butter and yogurt. How to make old-fashioned salmon balls. Tyrone Southern Cooking. Finland, nothing. We got Tyrone. Salmon deboned. And this was good salmon. I bought this. I should have bought more. I bought this for $2. Onion. And I used my green onions that I grew. See, I cut 2 off. I'm not growing this stuff for my health. 1 egg, and so I put the whole egg in. It calls for 2 tablespoons mayonnaise, but I just didn't use the mayonnaise. I used the whole egg. I used breadcrumbs, salt, pepper, and garlic. So let me give you both of these recipes. If you're new, we write all this stuff in our notebooks, and then you get a whole bunch of notebooks like I do, and you can't find anything, but that is okay, because at least it's in the house somewhere. Okay, so I am not going to starve. Now, okay, peas and rice. So with your peas and rice, you can add cheese, milk, and nuts. And also, if you have nuts, you can make peanut butter. So today I made a little batch. We'll get into that in a minute. I had some peanuts, so I made some peanut butter. It's so easy to make. Just roast your peanuts on both sides 10 minutes at 250, and then take them. You want to remove the skin. Just roll your peanuts in between a dishcloth and remove the skin after you roast them, and then put them in the blender and blend to a fine powder, and then add a tablespoon of oil, good oil. So in this food we have fat, we have protein, we have vegetables. Okay, so we have peanut butter. Okay, now for nuts. If you have nuts, you can make nut milk. So like this stuff, this pea and cashew nut concoction I made, this is good. I'll be making more concoctions, and they will improve for sure. I bought 2 of these. I've already used 1 can. I have 1 can left. I'll be buying big bags of nuts. Think of your nuts as a substitute for meat. Remember I bought this for $8.99. I would try them. This one was okay. It was 90. It says less than 75% nuts. Yeah, 74, but peanuts. But I made a lot of peanut butter, so that was good. And you can put your peanut butter in your granola and your cookies. Then I bought 2 of these. These were $10 each. These were I bought this at Grocery Outlet. I think I'm going to buy 2 more of these. These were really good. It wasn't all peanuts, and so I have this many raisins and mangoes left. And so if you have rice, you can put cooked rice with coconut milk. So you have coconuts, you can make coconut milk with a little sugar and a few sprinkles, some fresh or dehydrated or canned mangoes. Also, if you're going to make vegetable curry and you have coconut milk to pour in it, that's really going to help. So I tried it. So you can also use these nut milks in your cooking, like mine today. So that's a coconut. I bought 2 of those. I bought 4 of these to make peanuts, to make peanut butter. And so you see, I've been eating quite a few nuts. I bought this. If you can find good trail mix, that's awesome, because then you have fruit and nuts. And then I bought almonds, and I have pecans. You can see quite a few of these are gone. So So you're working more nuts into your diet so that you have protein. And then, you know, the big bags of rice, the big, well, it's not big, 5 pounds of potatoes. Here's the nut milk that I bought 50% off. Okay, so also mushrooms. I'm going to be buying mushrooms, and I was going to make a stuffed pepper, and I want to put a lot of whole mushrooms in my food, olives, and tofu. Then cheese, cottage cheese, cream cheese, sour cream, and yogurt. So the 5 things were cereal, peas, rice, nuts, and milk, and then eggs. Okay, so on a daily basis, you're having 4 to 5 ounces of meat, or partially nuts, 2.8 28 ounces a week, 1.75 pounds per month, per week, 7 pounds per month, 21 pounds for 3 months, 42 pounds for 6 months, and 84 pounds for 12 months. So you might be thinking, well, aren't you worried if you eat all your food down and something happens? No, I'll just run to Costco and I'll buy food because I'm not spending money on food. Now I want to talk to you about some meals you can make out of the stockpile. Okay, baked potatoes with chili on top. And then I have 2 kinds of beans. I usually make baked beans with hot dogs, or these butter beans are really good. You just cook them with some small pieces of bacon or ham with the butter beans, and then you put a little butter and milk. Even refried beans are so much better with a little milk. Let's see, I forgot, there's one. And then there's sardines with rice. So this would be helping so much. How many ounces? See, this is 3.75. So they're shaving off a 1/4 ounce here and a 1/4 ounce there. But if you have some nuts in your rice, and then what you can eat is cooked rice with coconut milk, sugar, and mangoes, which sounds horrible. I forgot to tell you. Okay, you get a 1/2 cup of rice, of coconut, and then you just I roasted mine for 10 minutes on each side, but you don't have to. Then I just put 1 cup boiling water on top of it, and I left it there until it cooled, and then I blended it. Then I put 1 cup more water, so it's a 1/2 cup to 2 cups water, and I blended it, and by this time there was nothing left to it, but I strained it. So you're always going to have coconut milk, so you're not going to starve. So like, the thing to do would buy a big size every week or 2 of anything. I'm going to be looking for some big packages of nuts. You know, I have a lot of peanuts, and peanuts are cheap to come by, but probably the best ones for making milk, that's what I used. 1.5 cups almond milk. I would say that's your best. And I would get the almonds with no skins, because that just makes life so much easier. And then I use the this milk that I bought marked down. The vegan stuff is expensive, but like, I can always search around and get that marked down. Okay, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.